Today is just Cam and I. We came up, fished with Mark Friday night, and then Cam and I came up to camp, and we're only going to be here for a little bit. Cam's mowing, and I want to pull the cards out of a couple of these cameras. They've been sitting for 2 or 3 weeks now. But after this, we are headed over to Morris, to Ski Sawmill, to set up for ETAR, the Eastern Traditional Archery Rendezvous. Cam and I are going to set our camp up today and then come back up. The event starts officially Thursday, so we'll be camping Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. John's got a tent he'll be set up as well. But it's the largest traditional archery gathering in the country, from what I understand, from what the website says. And I was there last year. I don't know how well that's showing up. Looks a little dark. I was there last year just to check it out and see how things were, and it looks fun. You know, I've always shot compound, and John has for the last decades only ever shot traditional. And he's always joked with me. He says, you know, you got to put that compound away and get into stick and string. Go back to traditional ways. And I always told him, I said, you know, let me get a buck with the bow, with the compound, and then we'll talk. And sure enough, so I got that 9-point last year, and then you probably heard in one of the last videos, I was joking how all of a sudden one day after buck season, after the first of the year, all of a sudden Traditional Bow Hunting magazine showed up in my mailbox. So John signed me up for that for the year, and I like it. I mean, there's something to be said about hunting with traditional tackle. And I think I'm going to make the switch because, you know, John gave me one of his 25 or 45 pound recurves to use, and Cam is going to use one of his 25 pound recurves. So we've got 2 bows to play with, and we've been shooting those. I've been shooting it for the last couple of weeks. Cam just got his last night and has been playing with that today. So I don't know. I think I might continue shooting all summer and fall in hopes of taking a deer with the traditional gear. I mean, it's completely different world. At least I think it is, because I mean, there's no pins, so it's all instinctive shooting, and I've been having a blast with it. So I think I might switch. Might be carrying a traditional recurve this archery. But anyway, so I want to get these cards out of here. I've got the first one here in stump. Probably going to go and pull Dreams and Ghost. Let all the other ones sit. So I actually carried the laptop out with me because I don't want to have to come back out. I want to get over to Sawmill and get set up. It is the largest, like I said, the largest traditional archery event in the country. And I think this is like the 33rd or 34th year. And for the first 3 decades, it was always held at Ski Denton in Coudersport. And then because it's a state-owned facility and ground, I guess they were having issues trying to get dates secured, and so they moved it to Sawmill. Either last year was the first year at Sawmill or the year before was the first year. And from what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing online, everybody loves it because Denton, while Denton was nice and apparently a lot bigger as far as like vendors goes, and Sawmill has the difference of a better camping experience from what I understand. So people are more happy with that. But there are vendors from across the country show up for this, so it is a huge gathering. I don't know how much, actually I don't even know how much video of this I'm going to be able to use, but I'm not sure how much video I'm going to get from the event because I just want to take it all in. Might get some footage, around the campsite. Maybe might take the camera in one of the courses. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the plan is. Like I said, I just want to experience it and enjoy it. So you may or may not see some footage from ETAR, but once this video hits the channel, plan for next year, because I enjoyed it thoroughly last year. I know I'm going to enjoy it immensely this year, camping and actually relaxing, enjoying the total experience of what ETAR is. You know, it's a very tight community. If you're brand new to it, no worries. So check it out. Sprayed the beans last week. Go over here and check out the corn. Sprayed that too last weekend. Looks good. We're still 2 weeks behind. It's anywhere from waist to chest high right now, and by 7 weeks last year, when we had that germination right after planting, at 7 weeks we were chest high. So pretty close to on track. All right, so we got our spot. Okay, we are number 48. Here's this year's pin. All right, so let's get the tent, canopy, and the table.
Cool.
Try a coal stove. All right, take us to our campsite, sir.
What?
Okay. I'll see you Thursday. Alright, so we got our tent set. Canopy. What are you doing?
It's on.
This will all be vendors selling stuff. And there'll be tents and tables all over here. Did you enjoy your experience?
Yes.
Let's go check out some of the targets. Seems a little weird being here without snow on the ground, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's your sister's favorite fence.
What?
Remember when she kept running into it?
Oh. We were just on the ski lift and we looked down and just...
We're jamming over there. Slopes are a little different when there's no snow on the ground, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
All
is
grass.
crazy.
Yes.
Cam,
What?
look over your shoulder. Too excited to wait any longer, Cam and I returned a day earlier than planned. John found a better spot for our gang on Sunday and moved all of our tents and canopies just across the way from where we were originally set up. By Wednesday night, people were arriving from all over the country. We had folks here from Tennessee, New Jersey, North Carolina, New York, Vermont, Connecticut, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, Michigan. Here's another neat one from Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio. Anyway, we got Ohio, didn't we? Delaware, Rhode Island, Indiana, Kentucky, from Florida to Ontario and everywhere in between. As expected, I didn't get much of any video the first day, but a midnight series of thunderstorms rolled through for an hour or two, and anyone who camped Wednesday night will never forget the incredible bolt of lightning and deafening crack of thunder right over our heads that shot everyone straight up in their sleeping bags, hooting and hollering. Thursday, we were up and at it. The weather was clearing out. And people were ready to take to the mountain. Living the life, huh? ETAR offers several 3D courses that can range anywhere from 30 minutes to over 2 hours to shoot through. Shuttles offer regular trips to the various satellite courses. This guy looks to be taking one of his purchases this morning back to his campsite. And like I said earlier, this community of traditional archers are some of the nicest people I've ever met. The event, the people, the atmosphere, I mean, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And if you're new to trad life, every single person I met or saw at the event bent over backwards and was more than willing to help one another whenever possible. Trouble getting your campfire started? People showed up with dry wood and fire starters from all over. Forgot rope for a clothesline? Hey, go see that guy over there, he'll give you some. By the way, do you have a knife to cut it with? No? Don't worry, here, use mine. Whenever you're done with it, I'm camping in the Kodiak. Just drop it off.
Looks yummy.
If we're hungry after this, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's way too much food on this thing.
Yeah. Well, we always say we eat good, don't we?
Here, everybody,
He's good at grilling.
They know who I am.
Yeah.
I am the master of the bow, I am master of the grill, and I am master of the hunt.
Grandmaster
And you shall remember that always.
Frederick.
Young Frederick. Your
Yeah, like in a
mission
movie.
today, Frederick, will be to remember that.
Never had a mission before.
Well, you are the man.
The main vendor tent is loaded with hundreds, if not thousands, of bows. You can pick up and feel them. In fact, Boyers actually encourage you to take them out to the range and shoot them. In the evenings from 6 to 8, everyone's welcome to participate in what they call the blanket sale. This is where new and used items are offered for sale, and it's a pretty awesome couple of hours because each night is different as people come and go with their things, so you really never know what you'll find.
What's the spine on these?
Those are 550. Those were Hey, I didn't know. Hey, I'll talk to you in a bit, dude. You'd have to talk to this gentleman right here. Hey, how are you guys? It depends on the pattern and spine. See you next year,
I wish I'd have carried the camera along through the courses because they were so much fun to see and shoot. You know, whether it was crossing the swamp, shooting over the pond, climbing atop the horse, or scaling down the face of the mountain, shooting targets at the bottom of the ravine.
Oh, there we go. Here's the bus.
Yeah, we'll get just over there. The bus will leave, but that'll
It'll open up.
Danny, here we go.
Fortunately, though, Joel was up for the day on Saturday and captured some footage for us. So enough hanging around the lodge and vendors. Let's get out on one of the courses with John, Carol, Claire, and Cam and I.
Oh, wow. That's pretty old.
Yours is like that too. So very cool. Yeah.
What is that? Mop of Burl.
Leon Stewart bows. Stewart bows.
Who has one of those? One of the guys has a store ball. That's Terry. I think Terry bought that last year. It was meant to be.
I got that.
I told him to hold up.
See? Appreciate that. It was meant to be.
Can I get a bottle of water from you? I'm out.
If they say it starts bumping.
Like the New York subway.
This wagon and the BBS.
So where? BBS. Well, our scouts were.
Are they?
Right? Were.
Wagons. We're gonna give away. We're gonna give away.
Like scouts is downtown, see?
This is the deep woods.
Oh, Carol, hit the tree. Let me go in front of you while you're filming.
You're okay.
We don't know
You're a legend.
I'm nothing.
You're a legend.
No, I'm nothing.
A legend.
I have nothing. I am nothing.
Get him?
Yeah, we all ate.
Get the tool down.
You may aim for my arrow.
Almost.
Almost got his nose. Not that was in there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on shooting in the rain?
We are hunters. We shoot in the rain. We do not shoot. Or we do shoot in the rain.
Okay,
When it is not raining.
show us how you do it.
It doesn't.
Shut up and shoot.
Come on, pressure's on. You gotta get it.
Are you that guy?
I just got it on when the arrow hit.
About half deadly. Get up there, brother. Now you're starting to get it. Takes you a couple shots, then you start shooting.
My mojo.
Yeah, now you're on.
Good job. Boy, you're on fire now, Cam. You got it together.
Shake it off.
There you go.
Now you're talking. Now.
Real smooth. Yeah, you might want to put that hat on normal and focus on the bow.
Yeah.
You were really good.
Really, I was really impressed
Don't worry, I was recording.
by your book.
You went from 0 to 0.
Cut that part out.
Dad can edit.
There.
Good shot. Awesome.
I'll get these.
You want to pull them out? You have redeemed yourself.
I'll hold that.
This is the last target, right? Yep. Good ending. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I hit it right on the top.
Y'all got it.
Have you been in that gun shop in Boris?
Yeah, national.
Yeah.
That's a neat store.
It's another one.
What can I do for you? 6. 3. 5.
Take it close on.
There you go. You got a helper?
Right behind me.
Okay. I was going to say, that could be interesting.
Yeah. Thank you.
I wanted to share something pretty special from the event. You've likely heard of Fred Bear, the famous American hunter, founder of Bear Archery, and pioneer in the hunting community. But there's another Fred of similar fame. G. Fred Asbell, author, mentor, editor, Archery Hall of Famer, past president of the Pope and Young Club, visionary and an iconic traditional bow hunter who sadly passed away in January 2023. In his honor, this is some of ETAR's 21 bow salute. If you'd like to see the full presentation, I'll put a link to that video in the description.
At the seminars, when the seminars were done, we'd be shutting everything else down. Fred would still be there, making sure he talked to every person that wanted to say something or wanted to know how to shoot better. Fred always waited and did that. We love what Fred has done for us. We'll never forget it. And he's truly a legend. Traditional Archery is going to miss him. We're always going to remember him. But he is one of the best.
All right, I want to thank everybody for coming. My name is Gene Hopkins. I'm a historian for the Archery Hall of Fame. I'm also been a friend of Fred's for quite a few years. Fred was from Indiana. I'm from Indiana. So we always thought of Fred not as the Fred Asbell a lot of people thought of with the videos and the books and everything. We just thought of him as, you know, old Fred. So I just want to tell a quick story because I know a lot of you think of Fred and you think of him as Fred Asbell, the bow hunter, and he was extraordinary. He was so humble, though. I want to tell a story about Fred that I think really brings who Fred was as a person, as a man. So I worked with Fred several times in different events. One of those events was when he was president of the Pope and Young Club back in the 1990s. He wanted to do a camp for kids, but he wanted his camp for kids to be special, different. The last morning, Sunday morning, we're going to go back to the airport. John walks out of the cabin. I still get John didn't have his coat on. Fred was standing next to me, and Fred looks over at John and said, "John, where's your coat?" John looked Fred straight in the eyeball, and he said, "I don't need it anymore." And Fred just smiled, you know. That smile, I'll never forget how big that smile was. And when he smiled, his eyes smiled too. That was the man Fred Asbell was. And that's the man I think we all want to remember. His books, his videos, but the person, the man, Fred Asbell. Thanks, Teresa, for sharing him with us all those years. We're always there with you. We'll always be there with you. And everyone here, think of Fred tonight. Keep his spirit alive. Thank you.
you, everyone. We will be collecting these arrows and giving them to Teresa. There's also signboards in the lodge and down in the tent where you guys can fill out memories for her. Thank you, everybody.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. It was an awesome event, and we're glad that you could tag along. Also, a huge thanks to John, Carol, and Claire for all of their support with this pair of newbie traditionalists. We were only about a week or two into it, and Cam and I had a fantastic time with you guys. That said, I think fireworks are probably a great way to end this one, and ETAR's display is stunning. This video just does not do it justice. For those of you at home watching, be sure to put this event on your calendars for 2024. You will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah, they probably accidentally did the grand finale.
about 6 times.